Hi everybody, welcome to the answers to the questions that you gave me on the wellbeing survey that I sent out on Monday. These are all questions that you had about the wider opening of school on Monday the 8th of March. Thank you for taking the time to fill in the survey, and thank you for the really good questions you posed. If after you've watched this you still have questions, please post them on your Google Classroom stream or ask your parent or carer to send me an email. Question 1, can we remove the barriers in the playgrounds? At the moment, the barriers are going to continue because we still need to keep the prize safe. We do hope that over the next few weeks and months that the lockdown is easing and then the prize will be able to mix more, in which case we can then get rid of the barriers. So hopefully by the summer term or summer half term, we should be able to take the barriers away. Will the timetables change? There's been some minor changes to the timetable, so it's really important that you know what time you're supposed to start school and what time you're meant to be collected. So if you're a child in nursery and reception, your start time is 9 o'clock and you will finish at 3. If you're a part-time nursery child that comes in the morning, you will be at school 9 till 12. And if you're an afternoon child, it'll be 12:15 to 3:15. Children in year 1, 2 and 3, your start time is 8:45 or 8:45 and you will finish at 3:15, 3:15. In year 4, 5 and 6, the start time is 8:30 and you'll finish at 3. If you've got brothers and sisters in school, then you come at the earliest time that they start. So for example, if you've got a child, if you're a child in year 6 that's got a brother or sister in year 2, all the children will come at 8:30 and will be collected at 3 by the oldest child. We will still be closing on a Friday at 12 or 12:15, just until Easter. We're hoping after Easter to have teachers going into different classrooms. So we will keep you informed about that. If you can't come, if you can't be collected, then you can stay in school. Can we have a desk each 2 meters apart? We just do not have the space to have all the desks that we would need for every child to have their own desk. We will be putting them in rows and we will have children sat next to each other, but there will be as much distancing as we can manage. All the guidance shows that the government understands that the distancing is difficult in school. So these are the things that we need to do to keep you safe. 1 is make sure you use the one-way system. 2 is washing your hands with soap and water or using the sanitizers. And you must do this every time you come into school, every time you have a transition from playtime, before and after you eat. If you cough or sneeze, you must wash your hands. And of course, when you use the toilet. The other thing we do is make sure the windows are open to allow air to move around the classroom. So the windows and doors will be open. We're hoping that it's going to be a bit warmer when you come back in on March the 8th. But if it is still quite cold, then you just can wear some extra layers. We don't mind if you have t-shirts and extra jumpers on, that's fine. The other thing that's really important that you do is that you remember not to follow all the guidance the government says when you're out of school as well. So not too much mixing outside of school. Do we have to wear face masks? Again, the guidance in primary school is no, that you don't have to wear face masks, and nor do adults, but we are leaving it up to you. If you feel safer wearing a face mask, then please do. You will need to take it off for PE and when you're outside. So you'll need to make sure that you bring a little plastic bag that you can seal, that you can close to keep the face mask in when you're not wearing it. Staff can wear face masks if they want to, when they're working closely with children, but we are expecting all staff to wear face masks when they're on the stairs, in the corridors, when they're in the staff room, unless they're eating, when they're using the photocopiers, things like that, so that there's a less risk of transmitting the virus. We will also expect all staff to wear a face mask when they're dropping the children off with parents at the end of the school day. Will we be bringing bags? You can bring your book bag with your home reading book. You can bring your lunch box and you can bring a water bottle. And it's really important you bring a water bottle because we still can't use the fountains. You don't need to bring a PE kit in a bag because we are expecting you to come to school dressed ready for PE. So trainers, jogging bottoms, t-shirts, jumpers. To be honest, at this moment in time, we are not fussed about what colour your trainers are or what colour your jumper is. We're just really keen to get you back in school. Will we still be having lunch in the classroom? There will be some year groups where there's small year groups that will be using the dining hall, but the bigger year groups like year 5 and 6 will still be having lunch in the classroom. Again, as the guidance changes and lockdown eases, we're hoping that we can start using the dining hall again soon. If someone coughs, will they have to go home? We all cough from time to time, and I think we all know now the difference between a COVID cough and just a cough because there's a bit of dust in the air or you've been running around and your throat's got dry. The most important thing is if you know that you're going to cough or sneeze is that you use a tissue and you cover your mouth and nose. You then put it in the bins that are very clearly available in the classrooms, and then you go and wash your hands with either soap and water or you use a sanitizer. If a child does have suddenly start coughing and they cough for quite a while and they've got a temperature or they lose their sense of taste or smell, we will then make sure that they are looked after properly and that their parents are called to go home and get a COVID test. Okay. Question 8, do we have to have a COVID test before coming back to school? No, children in primary schools do not need to have a COVID test before coming back to school. All the staff in school are going to be encouraged to have a test twice a week, just so that we can very quickly identify any cases if there are any. And so far, all the staff that have been coming into school have been happy to do that. The only time a child in primary school will need to have a COVID test is if they have developed symptoms or if they have had contact with somebody that has tested positive. So please don't worry about having a COVID test before coming back on Monday. I know some of you have older brothers and sisters in secondary school will have heard that they need to be tested, but that doesn't apply to primary school children or children in nursery. And finally, this was a really lovely and honest question from somebody that just said, I'm really scared about COVID-19 and catching it or giving it to my family. I suppose all I want to say to you is that we're all a little bit scared. It's scary times, but that's okay. The things that we've done to keep you safe in school, they should keep you safe. And we understand that you are probably feeling a little bit nervous, a little bit anxious about coming back to school. I think it's really important that our children start coming back to school now. It's been a long time and we've missed each other. The survey that we did, the wellbeing survey, most of the children said the things they've missed most at school are their friends and their teachers. And I know what we've missed the most is the children and seeing each other. So although I can't say to you that COVID is going to go away, all I can say to you is that we have done everything we can in school to keep you safe. So come on, let's hope to see you on Monday. Don't forget, if you've got any questions or you're still confused or worried, please ask your mum or dad or your carer to either email me or just put something on the stream in your classroom, because I do get to read it. I can't wait to see you on Monday the 8th. We've missed you all loads and loads, and it's time to get school open again. See you soon.